Hey, I'm KP, and I'm here to talk about my OCs, original characters if you will. And today I return with the second redesign video for my ongoing series. You can go watch episode 1 of that for my OC Aquata if you haven't yet. The victim, subject of today's video was hinted back in my last OC tour video. Also, the second one of those videos is in the works as well. But back to the character of this video. This is Potato. I changed her name and now we will be calling her Kiwi for the most part. Now, to tell anyone new here what this video series is about, here's a quick rundown. I have over 600 characters, almost 700 now, making this video, and sometimes they don't get all the attention they deserve. So I randomly pick a few characters and then pick one that needs the most of an overhaul. Kiwi here is a prime example of a character that is in desperate need of a redesign and some love to their backstory and lore. This OC is also an example of my poor naming skills because Potato? That's a rough name, buddy. Let's dive right into this much-needed redesign. First thing I changed was that name. Her sister's name is Potato, and I guess my logic was because they're sisters, they needed to have a similar name? I decided to look up popular lizard names and settled on Kiwi. I know it's not the most well-thought-out name, but it fits her pretty well, and not all names have to have a super thought-out origin. Kiwi is one of my lizard OCs, and they are technically a type of Digimal, but the lizards typically have a different body. They walk on all fours instead of being bipedal. This is due to their ties to dragons in my OC verse, and this piece of information heavily impacted the direction I went with her redesign. To start, I decided what details I wanted to keep. I was really happy with her color palette and pattern. So I decided to play around with the proportions and trying to add more spikes to make her match her son Eggy better. But I do intend on most of his spikes coming from his father and her husband. He is nameless and designless for now. You can see me struggling to try and make the new proportions work. This is part of developing an art style, drawing something over and over again till you make it with ease. Now that I feel more confident in drawing not only this character, but now I feel like I can draw my dragon characters better too. I feel I was able to keep her somewhat cute, and her personality is also readable just by looking at her. The reason I landed on this body type is also for story reasons that I will go over a little bit later on in the video. The new and updated reference. At this point in the process, I was still struggling with her proportions and how to draw them. I found a workaround to develop some shortcuts, making it easier for me to repeat, and helped in developing my art style. Let's take a moment to admire her beauty though. She's so pretty now. Not to say she wasn't pretty before, but I feel like she was definitely lacking. I'm so happy with her design, and it's time to move on to her background info and story. Yes, we are finally at the part of the video where I tell you about this character's backstory. But Kiwi was lacking a good story. She just had a sister and a son, so let's fix that. Let me tell you what I came up with, as well as drop some world building and lore. Kiwi is a mother to this little goober. His name is Eggy, and is the older sister of this cutie here. Her name is Potato. I did not change that. Kiwi also has another younger sibling, but they are yet to be named, and I still have to work that out. She's raised in Hope Market, which is a small town located in the Inuit region of Oasis. It is surrounded by a mysterious forest that some say hold more secrets than the residents who live there. Ooh, spooky. Kiwi is a lizard Digimal, and they're characterized by their quadrupedal bodies and often dragon-like features. Our lizard gal exhibits more dragon features than most do nowadays, and this has led to her being called names and treated much worse than some of the smoother and rounder lizard-type Digimals, like her younger sister Potato. Kiwi doesn't express her frustration emotions in the most productive manner and lashes out in aggressive outbursts, but she's trying to put an effort to be the best loving and caring mother she can be to her son, Eggy. I feel like that this is a better basis of a backstory than what we started with, and I will definitely be adding more as I continue to develop my stories, but for now, this will have to work. Now, I made this art a pretty long time ago, and I don't exactly remember what my thoughts on it were at the time, but I do have some notes. I was really proud of it, and I still kind of am, to an extent. I feel I could do better in the lighting and shading department, and perhaps improve on the background if I were to redo it. But overall, it's pretty good drawing, and I feel really it captured this character's new design quite well. I have written that I did this in May, which explains why it was an underwater drawing for like mermaid and stuff. If you would like a print of this drawing, that will be linked in my Ko-fi shop down below. Whoosh! Okay, closing up the video. I'm super happy with the redesign and reworking I did for this character. She really needed it. It was really a huge improvement, and I'm sorry that this video took so long to come out. I will try not to take as long for the next ones. I really can't wait to share more of my characters and stories with you. On the note of sharing stories with you all, I have taken so long to finish this video that my comic has its first episode out on Webtoon Canvas with a second on the way. I will have that link down below, or you can search it up, Shadows on Webtoon Canvas. If you liked the video, leave a like and a comment. really would help me in the algorithm, I think, and subscribing if you haven't yet. Plus, selecting that little bell notification to be notified the next time that I upload. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!